Alright, well, I'm streaming NORCO, and this is a 2022 point-and-click action-adventure game released by Raw Fury. NORCO, Louisiana. Shield hid the stars behind halogen, and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. I could never sleep, it was so loud. I still can't sleep without that sound. So I wonder... Yeah, let's just go with that one. You often dreamed that the towers were cathedrals, that the swamps listened when you spoke, that the birds became radiant spheres while circling Norco's sky. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. We'd get over it, or I didn't care. I didn't care. But for a while, you did. Interesting. Cut out on a grainer to Chicago, onward to the West Coast, thinking you'd never return. You wandered through the overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. You headed east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande and joined the armies of the Mesa. For months you were in the company of fugitives, sleeping in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. So there's some kind of a war going on. I started this game not knowing basically anything about this game. Anyway, the war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in a freightliner. I prayed, I slept, I forget. I forget. I called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed, you made your way back home. This game is fascinating. I already like this story. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. I'm watching you too, Monkey. Plants, books, Monkey, sticker. Flyer. Let's go with plants. I like plants. You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. Whoever that is. Alright. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. Read or leave? Let's read. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to that emerging milieu. Began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. Wow, that is a dark book. Monkey. Oh, God. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years. His eyes fill with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Whoa. Staring contest part 1. Glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet monkey's gaze. Ready? Okay. You successfully meet monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Staring contest part 2. Rings. Circles will appear over monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Ready? Sure. Anger melts from monkey's face. Oh, cool. Take monkey. Hell yeah. You drape monkey over your shoulder. Oh, how cool. I got an achievement for that. Primal stare. Okay. Outside. What's this sticker? Sticker from grade school, half peeled from the window. Cool January air spills through the open window. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens leave out of the overgrown lot next door. And we have a flyer here. Flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. You still have a scar above your left eye. After the show, you and Blake walked the river back to NORCO. You watched the sunrise over the grain elevators. You know, I really like the background sound for this game. It's pretty nice. Laptop, your Parain gifted you idols on a shoddy particle board desk. Parain. Wake laptop. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like... no internet. That sucks. Looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left a browser tab open. View the tab. What was it? Looks like a message board. Anyway, Sexula says, oh, okay, these are all just random gibberish names. Anybody still post here? Nope, place is a wasteland. Wanted to run something by you, gents. Was knocking out sack a late in the spillway. Saw a big round glowing thing in the sky. Call that the sun, OP. Funny, talked to somebody else, seen it too, near the parish canal. Very low quality picture. Nothing like this but birds in them swamps be acting weird. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe. Would glow real bright, then not at all. Moved fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit been happening out that way. Get some sleep, OP. Need cash fast. Install Quack Job. What kind of a name is Quack Job? Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics. App's a way of getting you to join a cult. Worse than them people living in the mall in Kenner. You can't trade that coin they use on hardly any exchanges because everyone knows it's a goddamn Ponzi scheme. Seen this exact thing, OP. Still there. Seen at the base of the upper suction. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay, that's the menu. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like... Huh, I have an overworld? Okay, I guess that just means like where I am. It's like a map. I think the game froze. Yes, it did. Okay, whoa. Shield oil refinery, NORCO, Louisiana. Home. Okay, well. House. 3 times this house is flooded. Let's go in order, sure. The first flood is barely a memory. Placing your feet on drenched carpet, your mom and grandfather ripping out sheetrock. Sitting in a small RV in the backyard, $7 on a cluttered table. The second flood, you were 14. The pumping station failed during a heavy rain. You were in a class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a text message from your mom. Stay in Dystopian. I'll come and get you. For 2 weeks you shared a hotel room with your mom and Blake. She spent all your days gutting the house. In the evenings you would sometimes help. In the third flood, another pump failure. Your mom hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were better. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. Oh, that's kind of mean. You stayed with your friends in New Orleans. Oh, the fourth flood. The fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged as critical levees breach. It will be a massive blackout that lasts weeks. Much of the sewerage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground of the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenary forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. NORCO, an old abandoned refinery town on a coast of a river. Your house will be squatted and then raised. Wow. That's kind of depressing. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a little Mary statue. I can walk up to her and look at it. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Cat? Oh, it's a real cat. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. I love cats. Rest in peace, Mom. Creepy. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. Inspect further, kneel and pray, disregard. Inspect further. The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. Okay, so your choices do matter in this game because I can't select the pray option or the disregard. Let's see. You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. Ooh, it snaps off as if by design. Behind the statue's face hides an old assemblage of electronics carelessly soldered together. At the center of the electric configuration is what appears to be a card reader. Wow, that's weird. Okay, it just says the same thing. So, found a card reader. That is strange. Street, backyard, inside, the statue. Let's go inside and then come back out and check out the streets and stuff. Got a bunch of books, a photograph. A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand behind them bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. Your mom's unfolded laundry. Oh, that's sad. That would be really sad. Family photo album. Let's look. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather. Mind map updated. Your grandfather, a peculiar look in his face, impossible to read. Your mom staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire tugging at someone's waist, pleated khaki shorts. The photo labeled duck, scene of a barbecue on a lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera, and his face is obscured. Turn the page, and there's Blue, your father, but you've never thought of him that way. An easy smile on his face, a canister of dip shoved in his front pocket. You set the book aside. Well, so far, it's kind of relatable. It's interesting. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. Sure, where have I heard that before? If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield NORCO Office of Community Engagement. Couch. Memories of sleepless nights, your mom sitting here, staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. Obligatory. You'd continued to the kitchen with no words exchanged. But those nights were rare. I thought she hated me. Those nights were rare. Many of them you don't remember. Books. I love books. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. Western Margin of the Lake, Critiques of Deliberate Externality, Fence Line, Diaspora. I like Critiques of Deliberate Externality. That sounds interesting. Shield has acquired much of NORCO's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanisms. Medere Moore, YX1Y. Interesting. Argued that one such mechanism is a process of deliberate externality. This theory posits that key corporate decision makers encourage the company to emit effluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighboring property values. So gentrification. This compels residents to sell their properties below market value to relocate as quickly as possible. Oh, so not quite gentrification, just sort of... Oh, yes it is. Oh god. The criticism that this theory often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industrial fence lines up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter, slavery was the deliberate externality from which Shield continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. Wow. Oh, cool. We can check out all the books. Wow, that was really interesting to read. Let's see the western margin of the lake. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake Pontchartrain. Pontchartrain? I hope I say that right. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Frenier and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. Wow, that's sad. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the settlement of the lake. Wow, that is really dark. And fence line diaspora. In the end, we decided to leave dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker, or the smells, or the fear for our children's health that drove us away. Though they played a part. Ow! I'm getting a cramp. Oh god, I'm so old. Truth be told, it was the media attention, the spokespeople and activists, and academics, and all this. I was done with it. I was done being a poster child, done being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory. That was fascinating. This game is very fascinating. So let's see this mind map thing. I've not explored that yet. Interesting. So Blue is my dad. That's me. Pops Pierre is Grandpa. Blake is a sad face. Catherine. Duck. So if we click on these, Blue is a vague memory, or I could just finish it. It's a vague memory. You don't remember Blue, only the things you left behind, photographs, cologne tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. Your mom, Catherine, died. The cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then it was in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished her third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass, that's how Catherine died. Wow. Her mom. Your brother is a lot. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling. Edgelord, sensitive, compassionate, foolish, can't take criticism, always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. Huh. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. When I think of him, I just feel guilt, or he needs to get it. It seems like he just needs to get over it, but you're all the family he's got. Okay, your brother is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at the tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Gran said, he responded. He looked confused. What did she say? Well, that's cool. Anyways... TV. An old, defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. Turn on the television. Chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Tune in. Weird. So, apparently, like, a really bad war's been going on. So there's a war in America. Bedroom, kitchen, let's go to the bedroom. Oh, okay, I get how this works now. Living room. And kitchen. So this is the last room. Oh, there's the backyard in the attic. Okay. Look around. We got a microwave. We got the attic, laundry room. Let's check this out. Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the counter. Oh. Can we take them? No. Discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen, blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. Ew. That's lovely. Laundry room. You were always frightened by the laundry room. That's interesting. Check out the attic. Boxes. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Oof. Is that it? Wow, that's pretty sad. What happens if I click on monkey? Monkey stares at you. You stare at monkey. Keep staring. He stares with more intensity until his gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him. Keep staring. Little circles of light pool in the doll's tired eyes as they watch the infinite space beyond your being. The air that hangs between your eyes and his is a vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. Huh. What happens if I click it again? Nothing. Okay, well, I guess we'll go to the backyard. Okay. Whoa, Million. What are you, a robot? Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Her ragdoll mask was slumped onto the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Speak. Oh. Okay. You're awake. Is my name K? Or is that just... it's saying K? Best sleep in years, couldn't sleep. More accurate to me, it would be couldn't sleep. Catherine used to say the sound of the refinery gave you restless sleep. What a strange noise. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures towards the motorcycle at the edge of the cardboard. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Where can we get a fuse? Were you expecting a call? Why would so many people be calling? So many, it's just one phone call. Anyway, where can we get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Are you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. Wonder where he could be. I wouldn't say he's useless, that's mean. Likely at the bar or bookstore if I had to guess. And why would so many people be calling? Mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I gather, she was conducting research for a client in Fat City. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I'm not aware of where she's hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows. Who exactly would want to see the data? My mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew it. Histories that others had forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. Who's the client? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded through research. Oh, she finally worked herself to death, or I took her knowledge for granted, or she always kept strange company. More true to life, I would say she finally worked herself to death. See, I'm the first playthrough in this, I'm gonna go through and choose what I would most likely say. And anyway, she had an addictive personality. There's no denying that. But she cared about you and your brother more than she was willing to express. Oh, it's kind of sad. Anyways, that's all. Garage. Crabnet. Disintegrating crabnet. Blue taught your mom how to make these. Your mom taught you. In the summers, you bike to the suction before sunrise, tie chicken next to a net, submerge it, and nurse your coffee while waiting for a bite. Motorcycle. An old, disused motorcycle with extensive rust and wear. Pry bar? Steel pry bar lies on the ground. No. Okay. What happens if I right click? Nothing. Okay. Truck. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap when he let you steer. The dead wasps that collected behind the seat. The smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. Me and Blake would drive the truck into New Orleans on the weekends. No AC, windows down. The rattling chassis was deafening, going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since her mom's death. Well, I suppose let's look at the refinery first. The towers of the refinery. Ooh, wink and a subtle rhythm. Well, shall we go to this gas station? Sisters. Let's listen to these sisters. The turtle, he crawled out of the trash can. Don't touch him. See, he's dirty. No, he's not. Turtles are always clean. They live in water. Trash water is not clean. Let's go. Just let me stare a little hungry. He's pretty. Oh, that's cute. Let's see, do we have... There's tavern, there's home, dimes, discount, and Howdy PI, whatever that is. Oh, that's where I'm at. What is this? Private investigators. We snoop for you. Well, let's check out the discount place. Okay, gas station. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Let's go check it out. Well, well, well. Look who's back. Ooh, God. What happened? Did Carnival forget you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll. I should give this guy a voice. Yeah, you brought your little doll. That's cute. Wow, Troy, you look like shit. Back because my mom died. You're not that stupid, are you, Catherine? She too valuable. They never let her die. If anything, she probably vacationed on a hard drive somewhere. You're trolling me about my dead mom. Trolling? You're so damn sensitive, can't say nothing around you. Mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. She needed somebody smart, somebody vigilant, somebody like me, especially with shield snooping around. I seen some wild shit out in them swamps with Catherine. Kind of shit. I won't bother telling you about it. Might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. I'm not letting you in this gas station. The damn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't letting nobody through till I get an apology pay at least. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, give me some of them pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me. Fight? I can fight him? Yeah, let's see what would happen. You're joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? Alright then, let's go. Okay. What? I don't understand these options. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Class Trader? I got an achievement called Class Trader. Well, I needed to get in there, and I didn't feel like giving this guy drugs. Fuses. I need those. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to leave the store. To use an item in your inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Oh, okay. Didn't even know I had money. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. Is there anything else? Candy? Protein bars, bubblegum, breath mints, taffy, etc. Liquor. I wonder if this place ever started checking IDs. During high school, friends in the city would drive all this way just to get booze. Kiosk. The disembodied illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. Wow, this would be, this is basically what's happening nowadays anyway. Good evening, how may I help you? You own this place? You know Troy, that guy outside? I'm good. You own this place? I am Discountware, a distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated, semantic version number 16.3.3. The owner of this franchise is Perilou and Sons, LLC. Discountware is licensed to Perilou and Sons, LLC via the standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated licensing agreement. How do you like this job? Yeah. Let me guess, I'm programmed to like it. I proudly perform the routine maintenance operations and procedures at 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. Okay, doing that voice for soloing kind of sucks. American Discount Southeast Incorporated is a model company awarded blah 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 blah. Awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about American Discount Southeast Incorporated. You know that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I am forwarding it to Perilou and Sons. Perilou and Sons has declined to respond to your inquiry. So why'd Troy get fired? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and jobs training program. I'm just gonna say ADSI works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At ADSI franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for a position at any ADSI franchise location, please visit ADSE today. I'm good. Fascinating. This game is really cool. Just responding to something real quick. Okay, let's see. A film set? Film crew is set up along River Road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Two men stand pensively above a corpse. What happens if I approach the set? As you near the set, a small, energetic man jumps from his chair. Attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? Sorry, what are you filming? What are you filming? It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Any other questions? Sounds cool. So is this like a murder scene? Keep it up and it's going to be. Hey, you know what? Wait a second. You from around here? Yeah. We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns towards the director. I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas. Ah, that's right. No, I forget. Your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside of Austin. Well, that doesn't make you a cowboy, Haas. Now shut up before you scare off the yokel. The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us out, will you? The script needs some work. What do you say? I mean, personally, hell yeah. Great. Hey, Noah, get over here so you can learn something from this stupid redneck. Oh, I would not fucking help him now. Hell no. It'd be like you call me a stupid redneck. You can go fuck yourself and figure it out on your own. I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah, you're a redneck, a real salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain, a bad apple, lowlife? Crawfish devil, bad daddy, asshole. Bad daddy. Bad daddy, huh? You're not telling me. That's pretty jive, pretty seedy. I could work with that. Great, that settled one more thing. What's a more regional way of saying the murder to kill? Send him home with the roosters, slather him with the oyster-flavored peanut butter. Slay. I wonder what the dumbass option would have him say. Oyster-flavored peanut butter? You maintain severe eye contact. Jesus, that's vile, that's repulsive. Just like this fucking place. I absolutely love it. No! Slather him with the oyster-flavored peanut butter, got it? Yeah. Well, I'm satisfied. The bad daddy slathered up another poor bastard with the oyster-flavored peanut butter. Sends a shiver down my spine. I seriously have to repeat this? This is how real people speak, Noah. It's how people talk outside Silver Lake, you understand? The real people are out here saying weird, gross shit all the time. So memorize that line, because that line is going to win me a Golden Globe. I'm pretty good at sourcing talent, aren't I? Always had a knack for it. I guess I owe you one. If you ever need anything, talk to somebody else on set. Just don't bother me. I'm busy. I get lost. Huh. That might come in handy later. I have no idea. Freight loader. The freight loader is being repaired in the Hatcher Woods over the levee. Whoa. This looks dark. Memorial languishes in the river mud, a 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cans of pulverized concrete. Sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood is a remembrance. Here past the brave freedom fighters of January XW11, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand-scratched fake across the bottom of the plaque. Okay. Horse. One horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. And drifter. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharpener. I'm guessing that since this is based in Louisiana, that there's going to be quite a few words I don't know. I've never heard flotsam before. So if I get any of this wrong, I apologize. But I've never heard of a lot of these words. Stupid horse, says the drifter. The man's gaze stays fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Yeah? He spits on the dirt at his feet. You know what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping a string of mucus on his sleeve. What you out here for anyhow? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? Bringing the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one. Yeah, I had no idea. Okay, so Purple Street. Let's go to the tavern now. I feel like I'm not gonna find my brother here, and I'm gonna have to use the private investigator. In Floodgate Tavern, many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. Okay, that just leaves this. The lights are on at Padu Private Investigators. What happens if I knock? You knock? No answer. Okay. The snowball stand is closed for the winter. Corner of Apple and 3rd. What happens if I stare a monkey? Okay, that's it. Oh wait, I could go home and give the fuse to Million. You got the fuse. Good, we'll be able to use it back to get around town until I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time at Sarpy paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. Let's go. Cool. That is an interesting art style. The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline highway passes beneath your feet. Alien has joined your party. Huh, this has parties? That's cool. Interact with party members by collecting their portraits in the party room. Oh, yeah, duh. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Okay. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. How about you, Ben? Yeah, it's probably the best. I'm always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Are you depressed? No. You're an odd one. Perhaps. Look at Blake. He spent much of his time talking with the parents, yeah. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Dystopia, he began running drugs into the parish. Ooh, he made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people. I should have stuck around. This place can ruin people, it sounds like. I won't apologize for leaving. No one's asking you to, Kay. What's it been like around town? S.H.I.E.L.D. has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction and swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it to be unpermitted S.H.I.E.L.D. activity. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? I haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Has Blake not mentioned anything? No. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. Oh, I see. It's blinking. So, floodgate tire, no. NORCO, Chantal, refinery, Sarpy, driver, dog. Ooh, dog. Yes, pet the dog. As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. Oh, good puppy. The stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. Green eyes. Two teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. See what they have to say. Where this dog came from, bruh? Oh god. Dunno, she's been sitting here for a while. You see her eyes? Them eyes are something, bruh. Driver. Young man leans against a station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender's sign. Started doing this ride shit thing a few weeks ago. Kinda hate it. Why? Days like shit. Spending hours a day making small talk is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Holy Grove. You know, personally, like almost like every job I've had has been driving, delivering. Right now I do DoorDash. Actually, I kind of really like it. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drove anyone interesting? There's all types around here. Some guy I drove out in the middle of a swamp. It was like 2 in the morning. Asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou, came back up a minute later with a bag, toweled off, got back in. Found that to be pretty fucking weird. I don't know. And a while back I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was odd. Seemed kinda sick. Asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. There's just all types. Yeah, that's pretty true. I've given quite a lot of people rides over the years. And, some weird people out there. Some really cool people, too. Just really interesting hitchhikers and stuff. Their Mom used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns, she always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner is also the landlord. Can you imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running? Excuse me. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here, and then they tried selling vape cartridges, then Cradle, then anime. Yeah, anime! Wall scrolls. LSU yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always fail, and only paperbacks remain. Let's go in and see what my brother's doing. Ah, kitty! You wonder how anyone can read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend Erica waiting behind the counter to greet you. Kay? And Million, when did you get back to town? I've been in NORCO for some time. Quite some time. Perhaps you are misremembering, Erica. Weird. I guess so. Anyhow. Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above your eye. Yeah, I'm a badass. You know what, I agree. Word on the street is you cleaned Troy's clock. Wow, word gets by fast here. That guy, my god, he's such a clown. Glad he finally got a little taste of what he deserves. Sucks he got fired though. Yeah, maybe. He's just so... hot? Misunderstood. Rude. Yeah, rude. Precisely. But enough about that troll. I was keeping up with your travels online, but I haven't seen you post in a while. I have so much to tell you. I haven't been online much. I tossed my phone into the Rio Grande. I respect that. Seems more and more common these days. I've been avoiding my phone as well. Upset the connection has been so erratic. Been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables out of the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. She nods into the ensuing silence. Back because of your mom, huh? Yeah, sort of. I know it wasn't always easy between you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say she was a great person, but a terrible mom. I just hope you and your brother can find some comfort. I'll be fine. That means a lot, thank you. Of course, I lost my dad a while back, also to cancer. He was a mean bastard. Picked on my sister and threw her one time. Ended up giving her a concussion. I couldn't wait for him to die, and when he did, I danced. But as the years passed, I find myself thinking about him more. It feels good to hear stories about him. It's always complicated with this shit. Never easy. I worry about your brother. Your mom's illness was taking a toll on him. I watched him slip back into some bad behaviors. Have you seen Blake lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. Hasn't been around the house? He has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Gus let him sleep out in the bar a couple times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. Thought I'd surprise him. I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. I gotta pet the cat. Ooh, it's a minigame. Ah, yeah, kitty loves me. Oh wow, Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. Can I do it again? It's a really easy minigame though. He seems to be getting a little excited. Is this like a mini, like a whole thing? Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down. That's, okay, this is getting weird. No, really, stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode. One more time. Oop. Okay. Three, two, one, four, 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened to the cat? Okay, goddammit, I told you to stop fucking with the cat. Did he just launch through the ceiling? What the hell just happened? That was strange. That was very odd. Don't be a vampire. You picked a slim, self-published paperback from the shelf and flipped to a random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in this cavern of despair, hidden from the daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. Didn't think it would be like this. Good Hope Cemetery easement. A carbon copy of a document authorized by the St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of Shield Industrial Complex. This easement would allow the descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. The grave sites are currently surrounded on all sides by the refinery. Wow, this company really sucks. Oh. He grabbed the phone case from the counter. Crouton phone case. Phone case resembling crouton. That's cute. Okay. I think that's everything. I mean, we could talk to her more. Okay, I love you. I know you're going through a hard time, but I'm a little pissed you watched the cat through the ceiling. Just give me some space, okay? Okay. I figured I'd see the cat up there. I do hope Erica is correct that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Yeah, I mean, I've felt that for quite a while. Catherine. Am I changing characters? Several weeks ago. Okay. I am switching characters. Alright. Well, with that, Greater New Orleans, no, should have read that faster. Clinician, what brings you here? Okay, with that, I am going to save the game. Maybe. Okay, well, I guess I'll go through this part. I want a record for my children. I don't want to leave my kids alone. They may still need me. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck. We followed his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? Again, I'll be discussing some more details as things progress. For now, let's begin with the simple exercise. I have to talk about your family's memory. It's pine trees. Yes, that's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete. Like a rash. We couldn't seem to get rid of them. They always came back. They made your father upset. He'd see them and grin, but he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied, and wouldn't say a word, speaking of those moments made you a fool in its mind. Your father's house, suffocating. You couldn't wait to get out, and that's why you married Blue. Yes, I have somewhere to go. We bought our little place on Good Hope Road, Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? Yes. It was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Where's Blue? He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over him to apologize, he saw the poor snack right in his eyes. Look at this art. This is really cool. That's right. What? Save, delete, save, delete. What happens if I save? Okay. should save everything. How was it after that, in the time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house nursing Kay and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. And then there was the explosion. Oh, it's like the one we saw on the TV. When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattered across the East Bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. Wow. I don't know why, I just feel like I should save all of this. Ooh, it's creepy. Tell me about this man. I'd seen him from time to time around NORCO. This was many years back. Several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Millie? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Millie? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminum refinery. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home knowing it was another mistake. Reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. God, the art in this game is so cool. What is the significance of this image to you? Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. When? Recently. A few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richard's branch factory is nearby. Duck's version escaped. A hard fork. An extremely rare instance. Some kind of monster. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. So long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes. See. It seems this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No. That should be enough. I'll now begin disconnecting the senses. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Medier. Wow, this game is really fascinating. The art style, the sounds, everything is really interesting. Alright, well, that is NORCO. I will be back to play more in a little bit.